Hello, YNABers. My name is Jesse Meekum, and this is podcast number 51 for You Need a Budget, where we teach you 4 rules to help you stop living paycheck to paycheck, get out of debt, and save more money. Today, I did a workout. I have been into this CrossFit thing lately, and a pretty interesting little subculture. I love discovering subcultures, and this is an interesting one. I have a sweet home gym, and I have left it to gather dust as I've attended a CrossFit gym. And they call them boxes. There's special words for everything in this subculture, and I love it. I'm learning all the special words. One special word that I learned today was Fran. And it's a workout. I won't go into all the details. Anyway, it's not even part of what I want to talk about on the podcast, and here I am already derailed. But I was leaving the CrossFit gym this morning, and on the table there was a Tupperware box, and inside that Tupperware box were all these beautiful bell peppers, green bell peppers. And then a little card attached to the box, this Tupperware box that says free. And so I saw those green peppers. There's like 8 of them in there. I took 1. I wanted to take 4 because, it's free. And high quality, homegrown, organic, locally produced, all that stuff. So I grabbed 1 and brought it home and gave it to Julie, and we'll cook it up. But I was thinking about that. I thought as I was walking out, I was driving home. I'm literally holding the green pepper in my hand as I'm driving, and I'm looking at it, and I'm thinking, this is just amazing. Someone, I don't know who in the gym brought them in, but just thinking it's amazing. Those peppers, they take a while to grow. You plant it, maybe you transplant it or you pop a seed in, and then transplant them from indoors or whatever. But you get in these peppers and they're tricky, and you think the walls can be too thin, or they could just never really flourish. Mine just never flourished. They would just stay small. And they're delicious. It's just the highest quality stuff. Super good for you. No bad, any drugs or whatever. It's just none of the stuff that you pay extra for at the grocery store to be rid of is attached to this bell pepper. And I was thinking about that, the law of the harvest. Somebody puts something in the ground, they work on it, they get all the variables right, they look at the environment, and then they say, yeah, this is going to grow. And last week I talked about investing, and it's kind of along the same lines, the law of the harvest. You put money in and you want it to grow. And I've been thinking about purchases lately. I've been trying to, since the podcast with Leo from zenhabits.net, if you haven't checked out his site yet, you definitely should. But since that podcast, I've been really evaluating all of the stuff that we have. And we don't have tons of stuff, but just kind of looking at it under just a little more of a scrutinizing eye. And I want to have fewer, higher quality things that give me joy. And I think as I do that, it will affect my budget because I will, 1, not be repairing those things because they're higher quality. And 2, I will not be spending as much money because I will only choose things that are high quality and that give me joy. And the give me joy part is really the ticket. So if I were to start another company, maybe one day I'll sell YNAB for tons and tons and tons and tons of money, or just a little bit of money, enough to start another company. I would start a company where we manufactured something that was of obscene high quality, and then I would hope that I could market it to people under that umbrella, of the quality umbrella. My mind has been leaning toward toasters. The toaster that we're on our 2nd toaster, and we're in our 9th year of marriage. We're going to have our 10-year anniversary here in a few months. So I'm on my 2nd toaster already, and this toaster isn't looking that great. And we were given the first toaster when we got married, $15. You can get a toaster for $15. And I would want to create a toaster that was of such high quality that you would just pass it on to your grandkids because it just did not break. If it did break, we'd fix it under some kind of crazy warranty. There was a guy that built an entertainment center for me a couple years ago. He comes to the house they unload it. It weighs a ton, right? It's all, real wood and just, it's custom. So it's high quality stuff. And the guy tells me, his name was Rick. And Rick says, we're kind of going through the details, and I'm getting the checkbook out to write him a check, for the final payment on this thing. And he says, I said, is there any kind of warranty on this? And he's like, oh yeah. Yeah, if it ever, has any problems, just let me know. I said, look, ever? And he's like, well, yeah, I guess I'm giving it a lifetime warranty. And I loved that. I loved the fact that he did quality work and knew that his product was of such high quality that he could give a lifetime warranty and it would work out just fine. So this doesn't have tons to do with budgeting, but I've just been thinking, as you go about your day and you're making these purchases, use that as maybe a measuring stick of, is this worth it or not? Not just, will this fit in my budget? Because that's great, and that's a good first pass. But also, will this bring me joy? And is this high quality? Am I following the law of the harvest where I'm giving this person money and this thing that I get in return will pay dividends over the long haul? My iPhone 4, not the 4S, but the 4, broke. Okay, by that I mean I had it in my front pocket. I bent over while I was in the garage. It slipped out of my pocket and fell glass side first onto the concrete and cracked bad. Like when I would pull it out in certain situations, people would start to get kind of teary-eyed seeing such a nice device, and it was just shattered everywhere. I used it for a while. Then I bought the iPhone 5, and I'm pretty down on it. Bigger screen, yeah, it's faster, yeah, but it hasn't really brought me any incremental joy. Kind of sad, and kind of wish I wouldn't have upgraded. Anyway, I'm not going anti-Apple. I have so many Apple products, it's not even funny. I'm like an Apple store at my house. But I was sad about that. I thought, you know what? This was good enough. It's not bringing me any more joy. I shouldn't have purchased it. Now, on the other hand, Julie's iPhone 5 to replace, and I don't want to hate on Android people, but to replace this Android Nexus that was also, it was horrible. She's loving it. Incremental joy for my sweet bride is way high. So, high quality, brings you joy, fits in the budget. Follow YNAB's 4 rules and you will win financially. You have not budgeted like this.